Imagine for a moment that there are two companies. One company is doing extremely well, and another company, we see that they are not doing the performance the way they should be. What are the reasons exactly comes to your mind? There can be various factors. But when I interact these days, 2 out of 3 entrepreneurs and the senior business leaders, they come to this concluding line that their company performance would have been better if they could have got right talents, or they could have managed the best talents to stay with them. This is a fact which some people say explicitly and some people do not, but this is the reason. If we look into the success story of the best companies of the world, and if we ask them that what are the reasons they are succeeding, oftentimes they give this answer that they invented a right product and they came out in a right time. Or they say that they already had the momentum built by their previous generation and now they have captured it. All this thing is understandable and maybe true in a way, but the top secret, which is oftentimes remains untold, is the fact that all these great companies, they were having the right team during their formative years. Do you agree with me? I will discuss why I am discussing this subject, and also I will be sharing with you, in my perspective, what are the 4 simple steps that can help us to create a talent magnet. With the emerging business trend, the requirement of new talents, it is being felt by many industries today. Today, the average retention period of a particular talent is less than 3 years. 3 to 4 decades back, this used to be 10 years, 15 years, or 20 years, 30 years. My dad, he worked for the same company for almost 40 years. But that number has come down drastically. And so is the nature of talents we need for evolving business scenario. And that's the reason it has become utterly important to create this talent magnet. What do I mean by talent magnet? It is not just attracting the best talents. It is also about retaining the best talents, at least for some period of time with the business. Or else, this is a huge wastage of resources, money, and energy. And at the same time, if for a particular function we are not getting a right person, we are compromising the company performance. So the first thing in my perspective is that it's a very simplistic step, but we have to take this step. We have to attract the right talents. It is as simple as that. You may be wondering, okay, it is very easy to say that attract the talents. How do we do it? There are several ways. I will tell in my way what exactly brought the results. I keep the vision and the values in a different basket. Visions are important for one perspective, but visions are really not the momentum the company creates, the values it creates. For example, we step into a company and there is in the wall, it is a big capital letter, it is written that we treat customers like a god. Then you go to the another meeting and you discover that actually they are not treating the customer like a god. So what is the meaning of the vision? This may have some significance in some perspective. I don't deny about that. But those are certainly not the values of the company. Those are the instincts, how the entrepreneurs has built their organization. Mr. Dhirubhai Ambani, when he created Reliance, his instinct was completely different than Tata's or the Birlas. So what are those values this business is exactly standing today? Understanding the values is utterly important. And we should not be shy about. Imagine for a function, you need a person who has to be little aggressive. Let us put it as simple as that, because that's the values company has for that particular function. And now you already locate a talent who has the right skills, but he's not aggressive enough. He's little calm and quiet. He loves to do the analysis part. He loves to contribute in a different way. Do you think that if that person joins this company, he will stick there for more than 5 months, 6 months, or 1 year? Probably he will if his condition is like that. But in the most of the cases, best talents do not stick to the companies because they get hired for better job again. Second thing is that how do we connect with the right talent? By attracting, you have already made sure that through the research and all, with your wives and all those things, some right candidates has already showed up. He's already stepping into the doorstep of your organization. And that point of time, you need to connect with him so that he makes a decision to join the organization soonest. And the second thing is about the connect is that when he joins, when you enroll him as an employee already, how do you connect even in a deeper level? I remember when I first moved from India to outside 3 decades back, how they had treated me in my first interview. They already did a lot of research, I guess. That time there was no internet, etc. But they did personal research, and they could sense that this is the right candidate, and they treated me so well. And when I joined them, I remember the chairman of the company. I didn't have any car for transportation at that point of time. And he used to make sure that every evening he used to inquire that how Goswami is traveling. And he used to take me along with him, and he used to drop me at my place. And while driving, he was talking so much of his personal life. He was asking me, he was curious about my family, my dad, my entire family, what are my things and all those things. So that's how it created even a deeper connection with that company. The third thing is about empowerment. More or less, I do not need to repeat it again. It is about creating an environment where there is not enough micromanagement with a lesser amount of controls, clarity of the goals, helping to achieve those goals. That's the empowerment. And the fourth factor is the motivation. Motivation in a very simplistic term is about matching the personal goals of the people working along with the company and the company goal. As a business leader, as an entrepreneur, making sure that these two goals are converging. And as soon as this happens, motivation happens automatically. Through motivation, we can help a person who could achieve X amount of thing. Through right motivation, he can achieve 10X. And that's the benefit of the company. So I have shared 4 simplistic steps. One is attract, second is connect, third is empower, and fourth is motivation. This is the way we can attract the best talents, and at the same time, we can retain these talents for longer period within the organization. To me, attracting the best talent is the best strategy for growth of any business. Syama Prasad Goswami